Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about AI agents. I think there's going to be another narrative pump for that sometime this year. Again, let me clarify my thoughts on this really briefly to get this started. I think there's going to be several narrative pumps to happen this year. I think we're still going to have a decent relief rally. If you want to call that a full alt season, make your hedges or bets. Your thoughts, your opinions. Mine is I think we're going to at least have specific narrative pumps. We're going to see a group of crypto that are similar together, all in one narrative, right? Fly up for a little bit, switch to another one, fly up a little bit. And I do think that for the most part, we're going to see the largest swings in the top 200 to 300 coins, right? There are going to be little micro caps that burst, and I think those are going to be narrative specific, right? Because typically when liquidity comes into the market, we'll say, like a rising tide raises all ships. That's not really true in most circumstances. It was the last bull run, and we all just assumed it was going to be the same. Rising tides, liquidity, right, being what the rising tide is, will help all the top coins. The ones that are on large exchanges that are popular enough that people have heard of them. They're easy to get to, right? And then we're going to have a few of these little narratives, the micro caps, that just pump up because they're a beta play to something larger, right? So when we look at AI agents, the best cue that your AI agent microcap play is going to really blow up soon, other than from any individual that crypto specific news or nuance, is going to be what are the large crypto doing? BitTensor, Tau, Render, for example. If those start going up pretty high, then it's the time to really take a look at your AI agent microcap and see where that's going. The one I'm going to get specific in right now is ASM Assemble AI. It is the microcap I'm holding on to. Not for any one particular reason. I mean, it's gotten slashed hard like everything else. We'll take a brief look at the charts at the end of this. But I think I like that they're in such a niche for an AI agent. It's crypto news. They have data sharing partnerships with both CoinGecko and Binance. And what that means, by the way, is that they have access to all of their data about crypto, as well as both CoinGecko and Binance release articles routinely. They get released out on ASM's app NS3. Because you'll even see it saying from Binance or from CoinGecko. So they're sharing all the knowledge that they have built away and stacked up about the crypto statistics, as well as their news articles going out. So it's definitely been growing, it's been developing, they're making a real amount of money coming in, it's a real product, they target institutions more than retail, and I like all of that stuff. Because us retail, we are thicky and erratic as shit. We think something is good if it's in the green and we buy, that's when we shouldn't. We think something's crap when it's in the red, and that's when we sell when we shouldn't. So I like when crypto companies target non-retail. Many reasons we call them the smart money. Right? And ASM, I talked to the team briefly. That makes it sound bigger than it was. I've got emails, correspondence back and forth with the team. And there wasn't any new information, but they did double down on some information. So let's give you guys some of the updates if you're in ASM Assemble AI. If you're not, you're probably not still watching this video. Boo-hoo, it's what happens when I do crypto specific. But jumping right into the updates. So the point swap for the NS3 app, if you guys have been taking the quizzes, getting your free points, getting ready to convert them over into free ASM, that's still supposed to happen the end of February. I was just told on the 15th that they're still doing it the end of February. That gives them 2 weeks. All right? Awesome. At this point, they're still on pace. Sounds good. There's no details yet, though. There's no details on how many points it takes per ASM, how many points we can convert at one time, because they did state that they're going to do a marginal effect, meaning you can only swap so many at once. They're doing this, which I think was smart. I was really hoping they were going to do this. It's to help minimize selling pressure. Right? There's certain things that you can do that you can control and things you can't control with selling pressure. One that you can't control is the sentiment of the market. Since it is a tiny market cap coin, people who are getting them for free right now are more likely to hold on to them. And just like, well, it was free crypto, it's worth a fraction of a penny, I'll just hold on, wait to see how it goes. Whereas if we were in a bull market and let's say this thing, instead of being worth a fraction of a penny, was worth 4 cents, and you get a couple hundred, a couple thousand of these, that would increase selling pressure, or at least trading from this crypto into another one that people like. So as an uncontrollable factor, the market sentiment being down, I think helps reduce selling pressure. But what they're doing is just minimizing how much gets sent at one time. Because the more you get at one time, the more likely you are to part with some of it, because we see it as more free cash. So I like that they're doing that. I don't think we're going to get the official announcement stating, hey, it's live today until the day it's live. I really don't. Um, as much as that kind of annoys me, I want to know the exact date. I want to know. But it's better for them not to. Because what if something gets backed up, if there's a little bit of an error they see, if all the hundreds of things that could go wrong on their end and it backs them up even one day, they now look like assholes and we give them a bunch of shit for it. So I suspect they're going to announce it the day of saying, hey, it's live now. What we do know is that they got to finish the V2 upgrade first. And that's supposed to happen, they said the first half of the month, and they said they're still going to have it done real soon. We're now officially in the second half. Really what it is they're finalizing all the security aspects for the swap. That's the main thing that they're upgrading. I mean, there'll probably be other little nuances. I think they're adding more agents to help out with other languages, specifically in the European aspect of things. But the big one is security, making sure that way when they do the conversion of points and send them out to wallets and collect data, that it's not a hackable event. So if they got to take an extra day or two for this, I'm fine with it. No qualms from me. And if I end up hearing an update before they make it official, obviously I'll let you guys know. I'll probably do it as a rapid little short. If they're like, hey, it's happening in 3 days from now, I'm not going to bother making a full video like this. If I get that kind of notice, I'll just put out the short. It'll be on Twitter. So if you guys don't follow me on X, it's the same thing, fighting_crypto. It's got my face on it. Right now I got a blue check mark. It should make it more obvious. But I'll update one way or another on this matter. So some of the other small things this upgrade is going to do, by the way, is supposedly it's going to make the app a little faster. That'd be fine. I think it loads pretty quickly. Personally, I think they do a pretty good job at it. But if it speeds up a little bit more, I'm cool with that. If they do even less of the captchas, because that can get somewhat mundane, but I think that's already dropped significantly. But I'm fine with never having to do that, or just doing a signature once when you get into the app every time. That would be cool. Again, they're doing this annoying stuff, or that version of annoying stuff, to stop bots, or stop us from using bots to constantly collect free points and cheat, essentially. So I get why they do that, but if they can expedite the process, make it a more friendly user experience, it's only going to assist for that one. So that's really all I got that's coming up new for ASM, is what it is. But let's look at the charts briefly, get a little idea of what's going on, my thoughts on the matter, and we'll probably wrap this up from there. So we're looking here, this is the last month. So it's finally starting to effing steady, right? Yes, they can always go down. I never want you guys to think otherwise. Any crypto can always go down further, but it's definitely starting to steady, and it's finding its a little bit of a range. I can probably make a box real quick so it's more obvious to see what I'm seeing here. Kind of right around there. So in the top end around 7.6, 7.7, bottom end 7.4. So when we went down, we went under the EMAs. We're back over the EMAs for the most part right now. We danced back and forth over, was it the 10-day EMA, which, okay, if we're going to break one of them, I guess that's it. But we just need to see a little bit more stability, a little bit more of an upswing. I think we kind of hit the bottom of the market, not just by looking at this crypto, which it does kind of something suggest the bottom, but the general market certainly does as well. Again, it can always go lower. We never actually know until hindsight. But if you're looking to accumulate, now's the time, right? Specifically for micro caps, if you're into micro caps or really large caps and in crypto, you kind of want to target whatever you think is the bottom. Don't be hell-bent and wait until you're positive it's the bottom, because you never will be. But this is the whole point of DCA and going in. I'm done putting large amounts into ASM personally, but I am doing $1 a day. Again, this is something a little kind of silly, but also surprisingly productive. I'll end up doing is a buddy of mine, in short, puts $1 a day into Coinbase. He does it more as the cliche of I'm investing a little bit every day into my future. Okay, cool. I straight up just stole that from him. So this one, like, as long as ASM stays under a penny, I'm gonna keep putting $1 in until my average gets down to that sub penny level, or until it goes over. And if that's the case, it's fine. But it's been an easy way of me just collecting a little bit more, and that shit adds up pretty quickly. It'll add up more when you look at down the road if it goes back up to the 6 cents marker or so, which it did multiple times last year. Again, never going to say it is, but that's a solid what, 7, 8x from here just to get back up to where it's been before. Those were just the local highs at the time. A little previous to that, up to I believe it was 11 cents. But let's get back to 2 or 3 cents first, then look at the 5 or 6 and beyond from there. But this is the microcap I'm holding. I'm never going to sit here and tell you guys it's going to go to the moon. It's going to hit 25 cents or anything. If you've been to this channel a few times, I'm sure you recognize that's not me. But I do think this one has a good chance of building and developing. It's got a required, or not a required, but it's got a niche product. It targets institutions instead of retail. It's got ways of making money through its product, of companies paying to help promote articles about them. It's going multilingual. They are getting, what was it? I think they were up to, I don't hold me to this number, guys, but I want to say it was, they were up to about 6 million daily users. Maybe it was weekly individual users. But the quantity of people keeps going up, and the holders keep going up as well. Every, I think it was about 2 weeks, I see a couple hundred new holders. Okay, a couple hundred isn't going to break, like break the bank, so to speak, but that shit does add up over time. Let's just keep waiting a couple more weeks until we get to the tens of thousands of holders, even if they only throw a little bit. Microcaps, typically, you don't have people that spends a lot at once. There's a few of you that do. Talk to you guys on Twitter. You guys are high risk badasses, and I hope you get every dollar that you guys are going to deserve by hodling. But this is kind of what I see. We're good on the EMAs. We're getting good. We're stabilizing. I'm not betting heavily. I wouldn't short. Personally, I wouldn't short. I think we're probably hit the bottom back here, but time will tell. What do you guys think? So there, guys, there's the quick little update on ASM. We'll have the point swap information very soon. The upgrade should be obvious when it's released, because if they change 1 or 2 things on the dashboard, we're going to know. And I'll update you guys more when we have the information out there. Until then, let me know in the comments down below if you have any extra thoughts, any questions, any clarifications, anything to add to the conversation. Please do. And regardless, I'll be here to talk to you guys again soon. Peace.